because yeah, I like to tease him a lot.
Well, I guess that would be John.
और मुझे पता है कि जो ऑडियंस है, जो हमारे फैन फॉलोइंग है, जो भी हमें सपोर्टर्स है, वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा खुश होंगे इस चीज़ से। और मैं भी बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड हूँ कि ये जो लॉन्च पार्टी होने वाला है, इसको विन करने के लिए भी और बड़े बड़े स्ट्रीमर्स प्लेयर्स के अगेंस्ट फाइट करने के लिए भी।
लॉन्च पार्टी यार, इट इज गोइंग टू बी लॉट ऑफ फन बिकॉज बहुत सारे इन्फ्लुएंसर्स, माय फ्रेंड्स, जो इतने टाइम से हम लोग इतना साथ में नहीं खेले कोई भी गेम, सो ऑल ऑफ अस आर गोइंग टू कम्पीट टुगेदर एंड इट इज गोइंग टू बी लॉट ऑफ फन। या
Launch party is gonna be a pretty good event, pretty hyped up for that.
We are pretty much excited to win this. Yes.
It's gonna be so much fun because I've been missing all the audience chats and all. They're spamming everything. I miss all that. So to be honest, like I'm super excited, man. I just want the event to start ASAP. Sub Fun is back.
बेसिकली तो बहुत सारे स्ट्रीमर्स है, ऐसे तो कोई नहीं है कि मतलब हाँ, मतलब कुछ ऐसे है कि जैसे डायनमो हो गया, स्काउट, मोर्टल, जोनाथन, और भी बहुत सारे स्ट्रीमर्स है जो कि बीजीएमआई में काफ़ी अच्छा कर रहे हैं, घातक है, और भी बहुत सारे स्ट्रीमर्स है। मतलब तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि किसी टॉप 3 को कंसिडर करना मतलब वो मुझे सही नहीं लगता है, क्योंकि हर एक अपना अपना बेस्ट देता है और ऑलमोस्ट सारी बेस्ट है, हर एक के पास कोई ना कोई तो क्वालिटी है। तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि सारे जितने भी सारे बीजीएमआई के स्ट्रीमर्स हैं वो बेस्ट है।
So I like to watch Shriman Legend the most, and after that I like to watch Ghatak's stream as well. He streams very less often, by the way. So the second one is Ghatak. The third one might be Dynamo, because काफी professional vibes आती है उसके stream से. So yeah.
Okay, well, that has to be Mortal, Jonathan, and Scout.
I don't compare anyone, but everyone is like similar. Even people ask me on stream which is the best streamer, which is the best player. I just say that everyone is equal for me. Everyone is good. They are taking their efforts. Everyone is equal for me. Yes.
Mavi, Jonathan, and let's say Snacks.
मेरा फेवरेट मैप तो इरांगल है और फेवरेट गन है M416।
It's M249 and my favorite map is always going to be Irangel.
Well, my favorite map in BGMI is Sandhawk, and the favorite gun is Groza.
My favorite gun is of course M4, and if I can add, it will be AWM as well. And map is Miramar, because it's very like open to play. So yeah, Miramar would be the map.
My favorite map is Sandhawk. My favorite gun is M4.
My team.
Yeah, obviously I'll try my level best to win. It's Team Alpha.
Well, I think Jonathan squad or maybe Mortal squad.
It will be, of course, I would consider my team only.
For sure.
Well, everyone over there looking super confident that they're going to be lifting the trophy. They still have a few more matches remaining. 1 map today and 3 tomorrow. Maybe they can try their level best and steal the trophy away from Team Snacks. But in order to do that, I believe now it's going to take at least 3 games to get the advantage back. What do you guys have to say, XP?
I mean, well, anything can happen. They definitely need to be stepping up on the aggression, so to speak. But I did find a couple of things a bit funny. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I hear this, or did someone call himself someone? Because that kind of makes sense, especially since Sandhawk is coming in. And, well, I know everybody knows what a someone is, but just to help out Icy, a somp is what you call a snake in Hindi. And we were kind of talking about snakes a little early on. Looks like, well, they're definitely going to be living up to the name, and we're going to have a lot of creepy crawlies around in Sandhawk. Exciting.
I definitely like that here. Now it makes a lot of sense here what the reference is coming on. And on top of that as well, I'm looking forward to see how the game's going to go here, because currently here we did see a couple of calls here. One of the best players here is going to be Jonathan. Snacks is going to be one of those teams as well, because guess what? They've got 2 back-to-back chicken dinners, and that's pretty crazy.
But you know what? Let's have a look at the scoreboard right now and see how the storyboard is, or in fact, what the storyboard is looking like. We did expect a bounce back from Team Jonathan, but it looks like they're still stuck with 0 points after 2 games.
I guess it's just one of those things, when you basically start something new, you kind of freeze up every now and again, because again, this is a new experience for a lot of these players. But the fact that we are going to take things a little bit slow, a little bit easy, and there's not a lot on the line. Of course, there is a lot of money on the line, so to speak. But again, this is one of those events where we want everyone to have fun at the end of the day. And it does look like that's what Team Jonathan are doing. They are trying to pick a few fights. They're doing a few silly things, but it does look like they are having fun.
I mean, at the end, the silly things make the matches more fun. You're going to start to question, why are they doing this? They're enjoying themselves.
They're doing it for those clips. They're doing it for their fans. They're doing it for their viewers. And at the end of the day, that is what gaming is all about. It brings all us people together. And the fact that, we're all united pretty much behind this one game, Battlegrounds Mobile India. It just goes to say that, we have an amazing, amazing community over here. And regardless of whether Team Jonathan comes out right now in this match, does a 40 kill and, steals the show, or whether they have some more fun, the loyal fans, the loyal viewers are going to enjoy it regardless.
Yeah, and of course, in the top 9 right now here on the screen here, we have a huge deficit of points. Currently taking the entirety of day 1 thus far with 2 back-to-back chicken dinners. Team Snacks will be on top with a total of 23 finishes on top of that, leading the charts here with 53 points. That is a positive 22 points ahead of Team Content, who's going to be on the second place here with 18 finishes and 31 points. That's a huge gap right now.
Yeah. I mean, there's a massive difference between the first and the second itself.
Yeah, but I guess the fact is, they do have a few more finishes, 5 to be exact. But the fact that Team Cronton, they're still 31 points and 53, of course, like you did mention, it's a massive, massive difference. But, they kind of fizzled out in the second game. They weren't really as aggressive as we did see them in game number 1. But again, it is Miramar, and, it's a big map, and you have a lot more options to basically engage the enemy, a lot more flanking options, so to speak. And also the fact that towards the end we are seeing one pattern, right? A lot of teams are surviving towards the last few circles, and then it's just a free-for-all basically. It's like all right, if you see somebody in the distance, you shoot. Doesn't matter if you're stealing finishes from one another, anything goes. And I guess in all that chaos, when a team still makes sure that all 4 members are alive and standing, is just phenomenal.
One of the most exciting things over here is the fact that we have 18 teams. 18 teams present. So by the time we reach to those final fights, there are more than expected number of players still surviving. And as you said, XP, it makes it a free-for-all situation. You shoot at whoever you can spot out. But I see you were just mentioning that the best way to avoid mosquitoes in a map like Sanhok is just drop your body temperature, just go cold. Would you like to have a go at this map?
I would love to here. I would
In
like
the
to see
same
how it
lobby
all
right
goes
now.
down. I would love to. Honestly, I would love to try and get my hands on some amazing finishes. But unfortunately, say I'm here to cast and commentate, and I can say whatever I want on screen,
so
and there's nothing they can do about it.
You know what they say, right?
What?
Those who are good at the game, they play in such tournaments, and those who are pretty terrible at the game, they cost.
Yeah,
So, that's what's happening right now. That's why we are where we are.
I see. It's just like
I mean, I'm sorry that I had to make you feel that way.
Man.
I'm sorry that I outed you right now in front of everyone that you are pretty sure.
You didn't out me. You outed all 3 of us. Come on.
You outed everyone, not just us.
Hey man, it's the truth in it. I mean, I'm just spitting facts over here, boys. That's what it is. It's a fact. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna prove myself.
IC's actually really
I've got a lot of video clips here. Please go and check it out.
So it seems like you guys need to have a discussion. It seems like you guys need to have a discussion, and that means I'm going to take a bow right now. Just take it over.
We need someone to mediate right now. All right. Thank you so much.
Dude, don't go.
Once again, because it looks like the fists are coming out. I think IC and I are going to go at it. But again, IC, it's all good. It's all in love and fun, basically, what we say this. And Johnny, looks like you're still here. I thought you were leaving. I thought you were leaving. Let's try and push him off right now. I need your help. There you have it. Boom! The power of strength. Strength is always, might is right, as they say. We kind of pushed him off, and Johnny, bye-bye. But that means, well, oh hello. God, I see. It's just
that
you
means
and me.
Hello. Yeah, I know,
I-
right? I know we're supposed to fight right now, but without Johnny,
I can't fight
it doesn't
you. I
feel the
can't
same,
fight-
man. Like, no,
I can't fight
dude,
that face.
dude, we gotta fight, bro. You know, we need a judge. You know, we need a I would say a referee to mediate
Alright.
us in case we don't go below the belt, bro. Huh?
I mean, that's where you're going to strike first, isn't it? But again, it is going to be some more Battlegrounds Mobile India action all in store for you guys. It is going to be another fun map. We are going to be heading towards tropical island of Sanok. But stay tuned because, again, like Icy did mention, we love saving all the best bits for later, as one does. And we have something really exciting coming up when all the captains from all these teams, that means 18 people, are going to be pretty much dishing it out with one another with just pans in their hands.
Yeah,
it ain't
they're
going to be no
doing it.
weapons.
Exactly.
It ain't going to be no swords, no sickles. It's going to be a pan. I'm excited.
I'm definitely looking forward towards here. But of course, all the fun things here is going to be happening right after this match. But for now, something, you know, close to what we're looking forward to here is going to be a close battle right from the get-go. In Sandhawk, everything is going to be 4x4. It's going to be two very, very close quarters battles from the get-go. We are going to be expecting a lot of high action volume from the start. And we've been asking for this from game 1, from game 2, all the way through. XP, who do you want to see go head on first? I hope it's not Clash Universe again.
I mean, they've got to live up to their name, mate. I know that the name comes from, a different game which has Clash in the name. But again, these guys are clashing with everyone. Even in Miramar, they went up against somebody right at the beginning. So I do believe they might actually live up to their name once again. But another team that I kind of think might actually step on the gas this time around is going to be Team Jonathan, because it is Sandhawk. And the fact that, I do believe there's a place in Sandhawk called Camp, if my memory serves me right, because just like you, I kind of did some research on Battlegrounds Mobile India as well, because I'm learning from the best. But again, there is a place called Boot Camp, and turns out that is where a lot of the action takes place. So if more than one team kind of drops down over there, we could see some action early on. So again, let's see where these teams are going, because I am completely in the dark as to where all these boys are going to be dropping.
Giving you guys a little bit more insights as well. For the first time ever, we are going to be seeing Sandhawk in Battlegrounds Mobile India. Bootcamp, I've done my research as well. Bootcamp is the middle of the entirety of
I thought it was like
towards
towards the side or something. Oh, it's in the middle.
No, it's in the middle of it all. So it makes a lot of sense why there are going to be a lot of action right there, because it is the center point for any sort of unpredictable circles, and it's going to be the easiest point to rotate in, except for the west side. You see, I've done my research too, bro. Hey,
a little birdie told me that in Sandhawk there's something, we have this RNG factor in gaming as it is, the random generator, the randomness of things. Apparently the RNG factor in Sandhawk is dialed up to 100, because anything can happen, because you did kind of mention it is one of the smaller maps in Battlegrounds Mobile India, which means, well, everyone is going to be pretty much in each other's faces early on, which is exciting for us, because that means action is going to start off right from the get-go. But how does that translate for all the players? I mean, are they going to be dropping down knowing that they're going to have somewhere in the vicinity, or are they going to be running around willy-nilly with a weapon in their hands? So again,
I would say,
what do you think?
I would say any teams who kind of drops in here from the get-go, they are going to be having some serious firepower from the start, instead of struggling to find some loots here. If you see, based on the statistics or the gameplay from game 1, we saw a lot of teams kind of struggle with the loots here. They don't have exactly helmets, they don't exactly have weapons to fight, we don't have ammunition, they don't have mats. Sandhawk, on the other hand, from the get-go, you're pretty sure guaranteed a rifle in your hand, a couple of vests, a couple of mats on top of that. It's just fully, I would say, concentrated loot. So we are going to be expecting a lot of shooting from the start. But to bring back towards the answer towards your question here, we are going to be expecting teams kind of respecting their boundaries a little bit more, just because they don't exactly want to challenge, I would say, a full-fledged rifle fully attached with a barrel, or maybe even an AK right in your face, as compared to maybe you having a UMP rush.
Well, I guess anything can happen. We might actually see some clashes. We might see someone knock somebody else out with a pistol. You never know. Anything can happen, because in about, let me think, 5 seconds, the game is going to be underway. And, well, as I say that, there you have it. The timer is going to be on. That was actually right in 2, in 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is going to be map number 3 in Sandhawk, as that big, beautiful bird is going to take the sky one last time in this day. And, of course, all the teams are going to be dropping out like little flies from this plane. The question is, where are they going? Because it looks like the plane path is going to have a little bit of a southern trend as it flies from Kampong to Tambang.
Well, seems to me, let's take a look at boot camp here. This is what I'm talking about, the center of the entirety of the map here. We are seeing Team Mortal actually heading towards boot camp as well. Are there going to be any more teams heading that way here? It seems like there might be dodging it as well, but it seems like Mortal, they are completely dodging boot camp. They're shifting in towards Hateen's direction.
There are no tickets for boot camp, mate. I mean,
what?
that is...
Wait, what?
That is sacrilegious. This is blasphemy, I tell you. How can you be in Sanok and not go to boot camp? Well, I guess that is what it is, because it looks like people are going to be taken down, and Jonathan is going to be on the backdrop as well as again. Him and his teammates are going to find themselves getting knocked out and finished, in fact, as two of the members have gone down. But now Clutchguard and Zegard, they have the work cut out, as Clutchguard is going to get a knock with that barrel. In fact, he gets a second knock on Omega as well. This man is on a little bit of a rampage. The question is, can he avenge his fallen comrades? He does! He gets a third knock!
And he gets a third. It all comes to a 1v1. He's looking for the highlight, but he almost gets in here. But K18, he won't get finished. And Team Jonathan, they right from the get-go, they clash head on, and they get the win. They get the W. 4 finishers and 2 people left. And this is why I'm talking about. Why would you rush a fully attached barrel from the get-go? And that's exactly why. Wow.
It looks like K18 just got ruined at the ruins, and their team was just wiped out in the blink of an eye. But it looks like Team Mortal are taking the fight with the opposition as well, as they are going to go up against Clash Universe once again. Man, Clash Universe, these boys love colliding with the opposition right at the beginning, but it looks like Team Mortal have the upper hand as they have 2 finishes to their name.
Yeah, that was something that I did not expect at all from the get-go. But Jonathan, they finally, keep things alive a bit. Unfortunately, it is going to be without the help of the captain. Hopefully, we'll see him again in the next game. However, a couple of shots coming in. Destro here getting caught off one mid-rotation where members from Team Mortal actually caught them off guard. And this is what I'm talking about here. Action from the get-go, and it's super, super hard to predict here. And guess what? On the hunt is going to be the members coming from Team Mortal here. Regalto is going to be stalking his prey. Paul is a little bit afraid to fight this, but him being on the short end right now, he doesn't have utilities. And Clash Universe, this is not what I was expecting here.
Well, you weren't expecting that as well. It looks like his teammates are going to have to spread their wings and actually fly, because they don't really have any utilities. Forget utilities, they don't even have weapons on them right now, which could be problematic, as it does look like Paul and Toxic Singh are going to be the last 2 remaining members from Team Bandukbaz. Now, for all of you watching the English stream right now, Bandukbaz basically translates to gunner, in case some of us over here are not very versatile in Hindi. And it looks like their gunning skills are going to be put to the test, as 2 of them have been knocked out. But again, like you did mention, Icy Baby, the fact that, as soon as you drop down, someone's going to get a barrel, and then someone's going to either get a UMP or nada. And, well, if you are in the latter half, things can get a little bit tricky.
Yep, I definitely agree. Meanwhile, teams next year, they are going to be the ones that actually, has to play for their title here. They've got 2 back-to-backs, and currently they're looking for the triple. But at the same time, there is a team kind of docking their way into his Camp Alpha. In this case, they set up snacks up top as well to actually scout them out as well, giving a little bit more information. And hopefully they are going to be able to take advantage of that, because right now... this is going to be Charlie. Or is this Alpha? Wait, this is Alpha. And it seems to me it is going to be a couple of clashes back again here between both Mortal and Toxic Singh here. Is apparently Toxic Singh going for the long range sprays. Uzi, he actually catches a Regalto, but at the same time, he's dropping so low. Drop shot, and he takes Scout with him. He goes in for the finish, and he's looking for more, but he needs to heal up. He needs to go for the bandage here, but Toxic Singh, last man standing, still surviving to live to tell the tale, but how long can he last? Because as of now, he's keeping Bandungba's tournament life alive here in this case for this match.
Let me tell you one thing, Icy. Let me tell you one thing, mate. When you have a lion in your name, you are unstoppable. But of course, he is going to succumb to the fact that 3 men were pushing up on him. But Toxic Singh, take a bow. What a wonderful play over there, making sure he took out a few big names. And that is something that is going to be etched in history. And he's going to be living up to it. And Aditya over here trying to have some fun with a crossbow. Now, that is something you do not really see in a game, in a tournament such as this. But again, it is the first of many.
What are you talking about? We are supposed to be seeing stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's not a sweaty tournament.
It's the first of many. They are allowed to have fun. And the thing is, imagine if he does get a crossbow knock and a finish. I mean, that is going to be something you're going to tell your grandkids about.
I would love to see that, but at the same time here, the circle is going to be shifting down south. Apparently, you know, what's going on here? Oh no, Pukar,
I think it's a little bit of interior decorating taking place.
He's got to blow up the gas can, man. Come on, blow it up. Blow it up.
It's a nice place to actually get your bike in. You know, I mean, it all depends on how will you keep, how will you take care of your stuff, right? I mean, you got to make sure you have that bike in because it's dusty and dirty outside. But it looks like Team IND, you were talking about that position that Snacks was in, I see. The fact that he has that little bird's eye view up top, he could be relaying a lot of information. But the thing is, I mean, all that information is good, but the question is, does he have weapons to basically take a fight, you know, to the enemy from that distance? That is something that is on my mind.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But it seems like they will have the utilities to fight, right? I talked about how Sanhok is very easy to actually stock up in terms of weapons here. So as of now, by this stage of the game, they will be able to challenge whatever teams. But the problem is, can they rotate to the next phase of zone? Because they are still on the outside the zone. The terrains on Alpha Island is not exactly the easiest thing to cross as well. And you don't exactly want to have I would say vehicles to travel in between the maps just because of how small the map is, which we kind of saw a couple of teams actually got caught off midway driving to loot up some weapons here.
That is true because it is Sanhok, like you did mention, it's one of the smaller maps out there. And vehicles, they really do give you a position away, especially since, you know, all the tickets and all this probably all this cover in the forest is good enough to, you know, basically obscure the vision, but that sound cue just gives your position away. So that's something that, of course, teams are going to try and avoid because, as you know, you fire a single shot over here, every one of their mothers are going to be hearing it in about a 700-800 meter radius, and, you know, your position is given away. But like Prince has an idea where Dynamo is as he takes out his weapon with that M4 spray. Him and his teammate are going to knock two members from Team Dynamo down to the ground. One of their lives have been snuffed out, and Hydra Dynamo is going to be in a world of trouble as Sarang is now going to go in for the finish. Now the question is, can Rishabh and Wrath, the remaining two members from Team Dynamo, can they do something and kind of stop that onslaught that is heading towards their captain? Or are they going to just have to cut their losses and live to fight another day? It looks like the latter is going to be in effect as they have accepted the fact that they are now reduced to a two-man squad and they are going to have to try their best to make it towards the end.
Yeah, there's just no way for them to actually save him as well, unless they've got like a 3x or maybe a 4S scope. But other than that, it's not an easy thing to actually challenge as well, considering that they are two men down. And on top of that here, look at this, the aggression coming from God Nixon. They are going to try and fight this here. And look at this. Oh, they are kind of blind as well. Apparently, it seems like they are tunnel vision for the fact that the houses are pretty much blocking their vision, and they don't exactly see this huge rotation coming from God Nixon. And hopefully they are going to be A-okay, but that's not a good sign for them.
It isn't a good sign indeed, and it looks like another team is going to be taking a fight. This, of course, is going to be Team Alpha. You might be a little confused with Hydra because, like we did kind of mention, a lot of these teams, they're all friends in real lives. And, you know, I love the fact that they actually are playing against one another. But, of course, Team Alpha, they did take the fight to the enemy. Nuclear did kind of get knocked out, but looks like he's back on his feet. That knock did come in courtesy of Soul Mavi. But looks like Wrath is going to come under fire as Alpha is going to be one of the last man standing right in front of the enemy. He gets taken down. And I do believe with that, we are going to have a couple of finishes over here. Rishabh is going to get taken down as well, which kind of tells me that Team Dynamo might just be wiped out from this game, I see.
Yeah, that might be the case here. But as of now, Mortal, they are trying their best to actually keep things alive. They've gotten a couple early aggressions here. And as soon as the casters curse, man, like I should have just kept my mouth shut.
You had to say that, right?
I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Icy Baby who is going to help the crowd favorites getting knocked out from this game. I'm just kidding with you. It is what it is, and of course the Costas case is something of a myth, but it does have some special powers. But right now, again, kudos to Team Alpha for making sure that they kept their wits about them, and they have that trigger discipline over here, I see, because the boys from Team Mortal, they were pushing in with intent to kill, and they kept their nerves, and well, they got the job done with a squad wipe. As we quickly have a look at the circle, and it does look like everyone is going to be happy with their position. Have a quick look on the left side, you do have Kratos from Team Snacks just a little bit out in the blue, but it's not going to be problematic for him getting back into the circle. Meanwhile, at the other end, if you quickly have a look, Team Antaryami, they're going to be making their way down south near the docks as Munna is going to be leading the charge, and it's pretty much a clear field for them. No opposition right at the beginning, which means, again, a lot of these teams are going to be comfortable where they are in proper Sanhok fashion because, again, it's the circle, right? I see it's the zone that kind of forces you into each other's breathing spaces, basically.
Yeah,
Till
definitely.
then, it's basically like a waiting game.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of waiting games here, it seems like the guys from from Alpha is going to struggle a little bit more, especially coming from Snacks. They are going to be in a very choke point near the bridge where they are going to be going head to head with a couple of teams here. And seeing how the layout of the rotations coming from these teams, we are going to be expecting maybe 4 teams out of Northwest there gatekeeping. But at the same time, fortunately for them, the guys who drop into his ruins here in the name of Jonathan, they don't exactly have position or the numbers to hold out those angles. So that's the only good side for those teams trying to rotate over. But aside from that, it's still not going to be an easy task to actually push in towards the zone.
Well, nothing in life is going to be that easy, of course. You don't want it to be that easy. You want it to be a bit of a challenge. I mean, if it was easy, everyone would be doing this. But that is why we are, in fact, watching the best of the best basically struggle and slug it out against one another in this brand new game, Battlegrounds Mobile India, which again... Yes, sir.
XP, sometimes I feel like... sometimes I feel like we are secretly sadistic in a way. We just like to see you suffer.
Oh, we are. Oh, we are. I mean, forget secretly. It's pretty much out there, mate. We are. We love watching other people. Well in their pain and suffering. But of course, just in the game, as Sensei is going to spot out Sangwon. He gets taken down. Now Doc, his teammate, is going to have to come and do some work, as it looks like Punk is the last man standing, as Gothic is just a little bit to the side. Now Punk does get a few shots up on Blazy, but that low toss grenade could be big, and that is going to basically snuff them out and block out there are options, but it looks like he gets taken down instead, which means Face and Doc are now the last men standing from Team Sangwon. Now Doc, we do know this man is a versatile player, but he's keeping sure that he has an idea over the opponents are, because it does look like he is going to get surrounded at some point, as Ronick is going to spot an enemy, and looks like Punk is going to put Blazy out of his misery, but Face comes in with a knock of his own, and Blazy with a grenade is going to knock Sensei off for a 6.
Yeah, and as of now, this is going to be a really, really tough spot to be in here. Meanwhile, Gatak will get finished off from guys from Sangwon, and they've got 3 finishes thus far, and they managed to win this fight hands down. If you think about it here, Fierce and Blazy, they held their ground so well in that push towards the sniper tower, and there was no way Team Gatak could have respawned in time because they were so spread out. They did the best, but it was a big clutch coming in from Team Sangwon.
The fact that Doc had that position and Face actually moved in, Blazy went right under that tower. They basically cut off Gothic, and Gothic was basically in a position to do nothing. Even if he did lay down a few shots, it would have pretty much just rattled, the top a little bit, and it wouldn't have done much, and as a result of which he does get taken down. A good play coming in, but now we're going to switch our attention to Team Ronick, as they are kind of fortified in this little compound, but they have an uphill battle, literally, as they are trying to take a few shots at someone atop the hill, but looks like Kratos has heard the enemy, whips out that grenade just behind that rock, and that could be big. Alpha, is he going to get blown off, or is he going to move in the nick of time? Looks like he is going to be out of harm's way, but now Kratos is moving in for the kill. He knows exactly where the enemy is. It's going to be Kratos versus Alpha. He takes him down, but gets taken down from behind instead, which means it is going to be a nice little trade-off, but now the remaining members from Team Snacks are coming in. That grenade could be devastating as Nuclear comes under fire.
Yeah, but as of now here, great shot coming from Danjis here, actually providing a little bit of assistance going for the reset. And you can see the nades are going to try and force them out, but they are tanking the zone for now. And it seems like it is going to be the tough play here. They've got to boost up. It is the second phase of the zone, and hopefully it's going to be A-okay. But as of now, you can see they have to make the push here. And I don't know, this might be it coming from Stacks. Their winning streak might be over, but somehow they manage to defend against this. They manage to get their finish, and they push on. They've got to push on, and currently, Cyrus Gaming, they are in the mercy of their hands. They're the gatekeepers. They've got to do it 2v4, but is this a wiser choice? Because both of them, they have to realize that they have to clear these angles before they can push into the zone, because the zone is going to be really, really far away. They've got to cross the bridge, and little did they know there is going to be another team up ahead here. And I don't know, it seems like Team Stacks, they are in a uphill battle right now.
There are indeed. Now, the best thing is the fact that, the circle isn't going to be dishing out a lot of damage as it does in other maps, because the circles in Sanhok tend to move a bit slower and the damage is a little lesser as compared to their counterparts. However, it is going to add up over time, and in due time, Team Snacks are definitely going to be running out of utilities as far as first aid kits and bandages are concerned, as will Team Alpha. So, it's a bit of a lose-lose situation for both teams, and they don't really want to be out in the blue zone, especially as the next circle is going to close in, because that is when the damage, my dear friends, is going to be amped up a bit, and then it could be problematic for both teams. But while we leave them to their little stalemate, we find Team Ronak still in the same compound as we left them, just making sure that they are going to be scouting aside and just trying to ascertain rather the position of the enemy. But now Ghosty from IE, of course, representing Team Maxon over here, has spotted a compound. He is going to be running towards it, but the question is, does he know it is occupied? Because any second now someone could peek out and put a bullet right between his head. Sits Raid from distance, representing Team Cronton, who puts the enemy down, as Nova King, his teammate, is going to be taken down as well.
Yo, that was an insane shot. Because of this play here, Aladdin right now, he's going to be able to creep up with the God Nixon. They are going to try and steal the finish away from them. And just like that, Nova King is going to get naded here. Is he going to be A-okay? Because little they know, they are going to get shot from afar once again from Team Cronin. And this is not going to be an easy thing to do for them here, especially when there's a lot of teams creeping around the next phase zone. But as of now, as you can see, Maxter's team, Gaxty, is going to be in a head-on fight between the members coming from Team Jonathan here. Clutchgod is pretty low as well. It's slowly bleeding out. And Zgod is going to try and go for the rest potentially. But here comes the Cook Nade. He's going to connect, and he will get the finish and goes for the push. And he will win the gunfight. Fantastically executed coming from Gaxty.
Well, there you have it. Ghosty getting the job done, basically being a sinister force, a sinister thorn in the sides of Team Jonathan's, team, because they just got snuffed out once again as Clutchgod and Zgod were put out of the misery, which means now we are down to the final 13 teams as we head in towards the fourth circle. Now, a few teams out there, a few squads, in fact, still have all 4 members alive, which is going to be something that is going to come in to help them later on, but it looks like Goblin has an idea that someone is close by, and instead of taking a fight, he is going to back off ever so slowly, making sure that he is still keeping his team as a 4-man squad, of course, representing Team Guru over here. They really haven't made a lot of waves so far in this tournament, I see, but again, with 3 games in hand tomorrow, it's never too late to count anyone out.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But it seems to me on the northwest side here, we are seeing going to be a little bit of skirmish here. We saw a couple shots in between Batcha as well as members coming from the Gasly there. And it's going to be a tough one because I was expecting a head-on fight between Snacks, but somehow Snacks, they're able to just rotate down south side and they were able to actually just push in towards the zone. And on top of that, just in the nick of time, the next phase of the zone actually finally favors them a little bit here, as the entry point is going to be so short and it is going to benefit them so much. Meanwhile, all these long-range fights from the east side as well. This is taking a little bit too long here, especially for Team God Nixon as well as Team Cronton.
Also, the fact that Team Snacks, they have that little compound at the edge of the circle, is going to be something that is going to help them out tremendously. But we're going to come back to that later as and when we need to, because it looks like Smokey is going to take out ID Sauron on his feet. He is going to be taken down. In fact, Nova King is going to come in and put him out of his misery, as Aladdin is going to be up against Nova King, but Nova King is just too quick for him as he peeks around the rock twice. Once he knocks him down, and the second time he finishes him. Now God Nixon, the last man standing, El Capitan himself, is going to go up against an entire squad. Now, it does look like they are oblivious to his position, but looks like he just gave it away right now. He did fire a few shots, and why he got up and ran towards them, only time will tell. But it looks like that's the end of their game, as they're going to be taken out of their misery. But it looks like, Team Cronton doing what they do best again. Now, mind you, they are sitting in the second position with just 31 points, but the way they're playing, they might actually give Team Snacks a run for their money here, I see.
Yeah, it seems like it is going to happen to them here, but that's the thing about Team Stacks right now. They've been bleeding out so much. They have to go into his next phase zone, and on top of that, they are going into this zone kind of blind as well, because there's so many teams pretty much in the next phase on the east side fighting here. So having those information is going to be key, but this time they are going in pretty lacking here. Meanwhile, we are going to be seeing teams coming from Antaryami here trying to rotate in as well. They've got a pretty good position in the previous game as well. They got in towards the top 2 positions, but unfortunately to say, it is not that easy here because right now, bleeding out the zone, they've got so many teams around them here. They heard gunshots coming from Team Croydon. They're trying to sneak as quickly as they can, but 4-phase the zone is going to hurt really, really hard. And on top of that, look at this. They don't exactly have mets to work with, and everyone is just struggling to run the zone. But to my surprise, it seems like Antaryami trailing on the zone is the right call here.
It is indeed, and the fact that in past battle royale games in the past, we used to 16 teams slugging it out in one map. The fact that we have 18 right now, those extra 8 members is making a little bit of a difference because there's not enough real estate to go around. Because anywhere you go, whether it's left, right, or center, it seems like it's already occupied by someone or the other. As Toxic Cap is trying to take a few shots off, but can he get that bandage in on time? It's the first aid, and he's going to be taken out by the blue zone, which means now Antaryami are going to be in a world of trouble as one by one they might just start losing their members. That grenade is going to be a bit too far off to do any damage, but it is definitely going to ruffle some feathers as Nova King is going to come under fire from Guru OP. He gets taken down as 4 Kings are making a little bit of a move on Team Cronton, and it looks like they might have just snuffed them out as Smokey OP comes in and retaliates a little bit himself. Now in the distance, Shreeman, he does have his last first aid. In fact, his first aids are done, just a few bandages to make sure he patches himself out, but it looks like it is going to be a little bit of a heal off over here for the 11th position. The question is, who goes out first? I think it's going to be Shreeman.
Well, seems like we are going to be seeing Ronak also going to be third partying, going for the gatekeeps on top of that here. Team Shreeman, they're trying their best, but it's all up to Divine, and he doesn't have any more first aids, and he's going to go down eventually. He's going to pop the bandages, but it seems like everyone is going to bleed out of the zone. There's just nothing much they're going to do. Divine is trying his best to get some placement points, but is it going to be enough here? The bandage is keeping him alive as long as they can, but it's going to be an outlast between Antaryami and him. Is it going to be enough? Last tick, and he's going to be the first one out, and he's it for him. Meanwhile, we are going to see engagements here coming from Team Ronak from the east side, going head-to-head against Team Alpha. And as
honestly,
you can see, it is going to be a stalemate.
Only some divine intervention would have helped that man out there.
I know, right?
Nothing else would have helped him.
Oh my god.
Well, coming back to the game, Song one over here with a grenade, making sure he gets the finish. And looks like Game Blue and Stormrush could be in trouble, but they move out in the nick of time. But that follow-up Molotov could be problematic, as somebody could be burnt to a crisp. And looks like he is going to get knocked out. Yes, he does. And with that, his life is going to be snuffed out as Songwon comes under fire from afar as he gets taken out by Antaryami.
Yeah, and as of now, Antaryami, it seems like this somehow manages to survive the zone. Is going to be very, very important for them to stake, but eventually gets scouted out. Apparently, the caster's curse, man, I tell you. But yeah, the game will continue here. As
funny
of
how
now,
it's just around you. The caster's curse cloud is like hovering above your head.
I don't know, man. It seems like the game will, just
I am
hates
not complaining.
Me,
Nah, nobody hates you. I see that is a lie. Even the game can't hate you. But have a look at what's happening over here. A lot of first aids are being administered, but I'm kind of afraid that they are all clumped together because just one good grenade could spell trouble. And have a look at that. The backpacks are coming off because now it's time for the hissing mode. Ladies and gentlemen, you better have your sound sense on right now because it's all going to be, well, it's going to be snakes in the grass right now.
Exactly.
That's
There's
all
no
you're gonna
snakes
hear.
in the plane, but look at this. Ronak, they've got to crawl their way. They've got to go in, but they get scouted out from behind. Max Stern is snaking outside of the zone, but he's going to bleed out of it. Eventually here, he's going to take someone out with him, and he gets Pukar, and he is going to go down eventually here, but Pav Kilo is still alive for the team. He's going to snake his way out, but little did they know what is happening here because all the snakes are just finding each other, and guess who's the one that's scouting out? Is going to be the guys from Team Snacks. How do they do it? How are they here again? Are they going to look for the triple?
I think they're going for it because that's their spotting prowess. They are at the other end of their circle, and all they're going to do is just look for that little bit of motion in their grass, and that is all that they need. And teams are going to be falling like dominoes left, right, and center. Now, Vexy, he is going to be one of the last few members remaining from his team as Blaze. He is going to move in. Now, there's still ditch, this little valley of death is going to be something that they are going to have to cross, because it looks like the summits on either end are going to be pretty much covered by teammates. As you have a look at one end, we have Somraj, although he is the last man standing for his team. Man, a few bullets in your back are definitely going to hurt, but it looks like Dark and Blazy have an idea that someone could be out there, and now it's just a matter of running out the clock. But looks like Dark could have spotted Somraj, and that information is going to go out that, hey man, there's somebody behind that tree. Make sure you get him, because unless they don't do this, they don't want to be in that situation which we saw in Miramar as Sensei, got Antaryami in his back right at the end. They want to make sure that they avoid that altogether.
Exactly here. Meanwhile, Blazy is going to be setting up the double peek as well here against Samraj, but there's nothing much Samraj can do because he's got to get out of the zone eventually here. But Snacks, they're looking for their triple here. They've got 5 finishes thus far. They're creeping around. They're trying to check every single corner. And guess what? They know they have the upper hand. 7 alive. They've got 4 in the players in their hands. This is going to be 4v1, v2 situation. And this is not going to be easy to do. And guess what? They found one of those things. It's going to be them going on a hunting safari right now.
I mean, I haven't really tried snake out, but it looks like it's going to be delicious the way these guys are grilling them up and making sure that they're cooking them to perfection. Again, Team IND, Team Snacks, whatever you want to call them. These boys are on a rampage now. Vex's position has been given away. Kratos trying to go left, trying to go right, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be Snacks from the other end. That is going to put him out of his misery. And ladies and gentlemen, again, something unprecedented is happening over here in the world of BGMI, in the world of Battlegrounds Mobile India. Team Snacks! Man, talk about snacking on your opposition. These guys are overdoing it. Triple, baby. That's what they've done right now. They don't have 1, not 2, but a treble. 3 chicken dinners back to back to back. I mean,
how?
That's it. That's a statement. They are pretty much head and shoulders above everyone else right now. Amazing.
How is this possible for Team Snacks?
Hard work and dedication.
For a game that just launched to get 3 chicken dinners back to back.
I think this team as a whole, they really hit the beta version really hard because while Crofton was kind of taking out the kinks during the beta version testing, I think these guys just played their hearts out, and it is going to be showcased on our screens right now. But a triple coming in from Team Snacks. I mean, that just says it all. Can somebody stop them? Are they going to be stopped?
Are they arguably the best?
I mean, right now,
mobile team right now.
I'm excited, and I, in fact, want a few more thoughts. In fact, I hope Varun is going to be joining us soon as well, because I want to pick that man's brain as well. Because I'm not just shocked. I'm just I'm not even surprised. I don't know. They just made a statement. They just said that, we are the best. This is what you have to, live up to. And, if you're going to come at us, you better not miss. And again, the fact that they had all 4 members alive till the end. Amazing.
Yeah, that was something that I just did not expect, considering that, I've talked about their positioning here from all the way from Alpha. There's so many teams they had to run through here. And despite all the hiccups, they were able to come up on top of that. But now, to give you guys a little bit of idea of what happened here in game number 3, we saw an early crash between Team Jonathan here, and they came up on top. And that was a very nice execution coming from them. Meanwhile, Mortal as well, they actually got picked off from a Toxic Sing with a beautiful drop shot, taking Scout away here. And that was just, fun times in early stage of the game.
Again, it's one of those things, you got to do something drastic. You got to do something out of the blue, and you got to do something that is etched in people's memories from time to come. And Toxic Sing taking out Mortal and, Scout OP again, arguably, I beg your pardon, one of the best players in our country. It's going to be something that is not going to be forgotten for a long time. But right now, Sangwan again doing a wonderful play over here, making sure that they have that hill, but they had to make sure that they kept everyone at bay. But again, at the end, it kind of got a bit too much. And this is that one shot you were talking about, IC. Riot's laser focus, and that M4 spray getting that knock at such a distance.
Yeah, that was insane. That was really, really pixel perfection as well. But the point is, based on the recaps here, we didn't exactly see too much coming from the rotations here based on the map. But early on, we did kind of see it as well because they were tanking the zone. They would be low-key throughout all this entirety fight. They're just sitting in the zone as well, just waiting for every single team from the east side to just kind of take each other out. And it actually worked out in their favor. And yeah, that's pretty much the recap about them as well, because every single team was struggling to rotate the zone, and somehow, I don't know how, Stacks, they were able to find the way in.
Talking about snacks, I got to ask the lovely audience watching right now: did you guys expect a trouble? Did you guys expect a 1-2-3 from Team Snacks? Because man, I know that we all have our favorites, and we always want to be rooting for all our favorite teams. And man, these guys just flabbergasted us. And in fact, let me ask Johnny as well. I'm pretty sure Johnny. Wait, let me see if I can actually summon him. All right, Icy's tried real hard. In 3, 2, 1.
Johnny.
Can we have Johnny on our screens? Oh my goodness, that is perfect. Whoa. There you have it. You just appeared from nowhere.
You guys did it. You brought me back to life first.
We are fighting the caster's curse, mate. That is what we're doing. We're doing good things. But again, what a game, Johnny. Team Snacks, again.
It was impressive, the hat-trick coming in for this team. And one thing that you mentioned, XP, is the fact that these guys had the access to the beta. They have been practicing super hard. And I guess the only thing on their mind was to dominate everyone else, was to prove a statement. While I was watching them play, like the first 2 matches, they were good. This one was absolutely wonderful. But this one sort of scene from a TV show comes to mind, Breaking Bad, where Heisenberg is just asking the opposition questions while they're on the ground. Say my name, and it is Team Snacks right now, the name that's on everyone's minds and their mouths.
You know, you just said say my name. I went on a different joke, a Russell Peters joke, if you guys know about that, or maybe I'm just too old. Maybe Russell Peters is a bit too old for you guys. But again, it has something to do with say my name. For those of you out there who know what I'm talking about, have a good laugh. Say my name. Anyway, what a game.
All of us are pretty old right here.
Right? I guess we get the reference. Icy's too young. He don't get it. He's too young
get
now.
it. That's the thing. I get it. But you saying we're old. Come on, man. Stop leaking those secrets, okay? Right now, you know what's not a secret? Snacks right now, arguably the best Battlegrounds mobile team out there right now after this performance. I know it's just a streamer show match.
There's no denying
wait for the esports segment when it comes.
Exactly.
I think Johnny, I think Team Snacks, they're esports ready.
Already. I was just about to say, these guys don't need to wait for the 15th of July. They can already start just running into those tournaments and just like registering for anything that comes up next.
I'm pretty sure a lot of big sponsors watching right now have already kind of signed them up. It could have already happened. 3 chicken dinners back to back, mate. That is not a laughing matter, and that is not a small feat. That is just amazing. Even if you think about the fact that, this is the streamer tournament, so to speak, this is the launch party, as we did kind of mention it. Oh man, they're not holding back, are they?
They are going all out. Absolutely no mercy being shown to the opponents. But I have to ask you guys, like, we have had 3 matches so far, and apart from Team Snacks, which one team caught your eye, like with a couple of fights here and there, or one particular fight? Who would it be? Icy, starting with you.
I think that will be the fight between... just based on map number 3 here, I think the fight with Jonathan here, there was Team Jonathan was really crazy as well. He was able to get a 1v3, 1v4, almost getting the 1v4 situation fight. That was something that really stood out for me. That'll be the ones. But overall, and out of all the 3 games thus far, I think the biggest fight that really stood out for me was the final top 3 moment between Snacks and Antaryami. That was
beautiful. Miramar, right?
Super fun to watch. Yeah, in the map of Miramar.
I think that is something that kind of stands out for me as well, especially giving props to Team Antaryami, the fact that, they set up that beautiful crossfire. But you remember there was someone who was a little sneaky in that game. Sensei, making sure all that training comes in handy, just sneaking behind, and he got Antaryami right at the very end, which kind of snuffed out their chances of walking away with the chicken dinner. But again, man, Team Snacks, these guys are on a rampage right now, and I do agree with you. I think whatever Icy said, he just basically, I think there's a little bit of a telepathic communication over here, Icy, because those 2 fights, I would have said the same as well. I mean, think about it, Johnny. Clutch God living up to his name as usual. 3 kills, almost getting those 4.
He always does. The man knows how to make the best out of a worst situation. But for now, after these matches are over, we're going to take a very short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching, because coming up next is going to be the pan fight between the captains and a lot more. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Battlegrounds Mobile India launch party. This is Super Johnny right here, joined by Icy Baby and the Experiment. The matches for the day are done, but there is a lot that remains, and it is going to be super exciting. But before that, I mean, it has been an interesting day, hasn't it, guys?
I think saying interesting is like an understatement because it's been an amazing day right now for Battlegrounds Mobile India and all fans of Battle Royale games out there because looks like one of these teams have been running away with the show. The question is, do you know which one it is? In case you missed all the action, have no fear because Icy Baby 1-2 is going to recap it for us right now.
Yeah, to give you guys a little bit of recap of what went down towards the entirety of the day here, the team that stole the entirety of the show is none other than Team Snacks because they've got not one, not two, but three back-to-back chicken dinners in a row, and they did not do it easily. They made it look easy. But in our eyes, we know they got through some really, really hard-earned fight, and they battled it out. They've got high finish volumes on top of that, and it's just ridiculous because how can you do it? Like in 3 different maps, 3 entirely different terrain with no knowledge whatsoever for their first time playing in the Battlegrounds Mobile India, they are able to get 3 back-to-back. They are currently arguably the best Battleground Mobile team. I would say, maybe, I don't know, because the esports segment, it has also been announced as well in case you missed out in action. It is going to be happening on July 15th. So be sure to stay tuned for that and follow all the social medias of Battlegrounds Mobile India.
Now, Johnny, let me take over your job for a quick second and ask you a question really serious. What I just said, do you concur?
I mean, I do. I mean, it is going to be super exciting to see these guys once the competitive scene actually starts. And along with that, yes, do go ahead and already go and start following Battlegrounds Mobile India if you haven't. And if you feel like once the announcement for the esports scene does come out, you want to compete as well, download the game from the Google Play Store, start playing, form a squad, start practicing, get into the battleground, get your teams ready. Maybe the next time there is another streamers party, we're going to be here and you could be the one joining us. But for now, talk about joining. We're going to be joining Varun Thakur in a conversation with Ghatak that, it happened a while ago. It was recorded and here it is.
घातक कैसा है भाई?
एकदम बढ़िया आप कैसे हो?
एकदम फर्स्ट क्लास ब्रो. तो ऑब्वियसली घातक, एवरीबॉडी नोज यू आर वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट प्लेयर्स इन द गेम. यू हैव बीन देयर फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. तुम बहुत खेले हो, तुम्हारे फैंस भी बहुत हार्डकोर है. मुझे बताओ, जब तुमने पहली बारी बीजीएमआई हाथ में लिया, तुम्हारे क्या रिएक्शन था?
यार मतलब बहुत दिनों से वेट कर रहा था मैं इस गेम का और फाइनली ये गेम आ चुकी है. हाँ. तो यार बहुत एक्साइटेड, मतलब मैं और मेरे साथ पूरा देश एक्साइटेड था कि ये गेम कब खेलने मिलेगा और वो सेम एक्साइटमेंट के साथ हम लोगों ने गेम खेलना चालू किया है.
करेक्ट. तुम एक्साइटेड हो कि नहीं अपने बाकी सारे इन्फ्लुएंसर्स गेमर्स जिनके साथ तुम इतने टाइम से खेल रहे हो, उनको तुम वापस लॉन्च पार्टी में मिलकर उनके साथ खेलने वाले हो? आर यू एक्साइटेड अबाउट दैट?
आई एम वेरी मच एक्साइटेड अबाउट दैट. और सबसे मजे की बात यह है कि मेरी टीम ही मेरे अगेंस्ट रहने वाली है. तो टीम जोनाथन में मेरे ही प्लेयर खेलने वाले हैं, तो उनके अगेंस्ट खेलना मतलब एक चलो ठीक है मेरे प्लेयर से, लेकिन थोड़ा सा देख लेंगे इधर उधर.
करेक्ट. तो तुम्हारे बताओ, ये लॉन्च पार्टी से क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन, तुम्हें क्या लगता है उधर क्या धमाकेदार होने वाला है?
एक्सपेक्टेशन तो यही है कि भाई जीतूंगा यार मैं. एक्सपेक्टेशन कुछ नहीं है, मैं ही जीतूंगा. एक तो मैं जीतूंगा, नहीं तो मेरी टीम जीतेगी. जोनाथन की.
नहीं, ऑफ कोर्स, बिकॉज़ तुम्हारे यू आर आल्सो नोन टू बी वन ऑफ द बेस्ट कोचेस, राइट? तो एज अ कोच मुझे बताओ कि एक टीम को क्या करना चाहिए टू सक्सीड इन बीजीएमआई?
सबसे मेन चीज मतलब 2-3 चीजें हैं. एक तो सिनर्जी होती है, कोऑर्डिनेशन होता है और गेम प्ले. गेम प्ले देखो, इंडिया में आज के टाइम में हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, इंडिया में डायलॉग फेमस है कि गली गली में से स्टार निकल के आते. स्टार तो बहुत निकल रहे हैं, लेकिन सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है सिनर्जी, कोऑर्डिनेशन. और मतलब जब एक दोस्ती बन जाती है ना 4 प्लेयर्स में, तो वो गेम अच्छा खेलते हैं, तो वो गेम और अच्छा हो जाता है उनका. तो वो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है.
क्योंकि खेलते वक्त अगर तुम दोस्त हो, तुमको मजा आ रहा है, तो तुम अपने आप अच्छा गेम खेलोगे, राइट?
एग्जैक्टली. कॉलिंग अच्छा होता है और बाकी सारी चीजें भी बहुत अच्छी हो जाती है, मतलब पॉजिटिवनेस रहता है टीम में.
करेक्ट. तो घातक, तुम्हारे व्यूज क्या है ओवरऑल गेम पे, गेम प्ले पे, नए अपडेट जो आए उसमें, और तुम इसे कंपेटिटिवली कैसे देख रहे हो?
ये गेम आने वाले टाइम में ई स्पोर्ट्स को इंडिया में बहुत बड़े लेवल पे लेके जाएगा. तो मेरे एक्सपेक्टेशंस ये सिर्फ मेरे एक्सपेक्टेशंस नहीं है, ये सारे ई स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर जो ज्वाइन और जो ई स्पोर्ट्स ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं, उन सबके एक्सपेक्टेशंस है कि ये गेम ये यही है वो गेम है जो ई स्पोर्ट्स को एक अलग लेवल पे लेके जाएगा इंडिया में। तो और मुझे पता है, मुझे 100% पता है, जितना मैं इस गेम के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव जितने भी उनके साथ काम करता हूँ, तो मुझे पता है उनका इंडियन रीजन के लिए कितना प्यार है और कितने प्यार से वो इंडियन रीजन को देखते हैं। तो ये गेम 100% हम लोग मिलके साथ में आगे लेके जाएंगे।
हाँ, और ये गेम को अभी काफी इंडियन बनाया गया है, काफी पर्सनलाइज किया गया है, तो वो सब तुम्हें देख के कैसा लग रहा था कि यार अपना इंडिया झलकता है गेम में?
एग्जैक्टली यार, यहाँ पे अपना होता है ना एक पेट्रियोटिज्म, यहाँ पे उसका मतलब आ जाता है कि भाई ये मतलब देशभक्ति जग जाती है अपने आप कि भाई ये अपने इंडिया के लिए बना है। तो ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है और मेरे हिसाब से सारी ऑडियंस इस चीज को बहुत पॉजिटिवली लेगी और ये गेम खेलना स्टार्ट करेगी।
सुपर्ब। अच्छा, अभी जाने के पहले 2 क्विक सवाल। एक तो अपने फैंस के लिए कुछ मैसेज है जो एक्साइटेड है इतने टाइम के बाद तुम्हें BGMI लॉन्च पार्टी पे देखने के लिए, अपने फैंस के लिए कुछ 2 वर्ड्स।
फैंस के लिए तो बस इतना ही वर्ड है, वो मतलब वर्ड से कि भाई मतलब आप जितना ग्राइंड कर सकते हो ग्राइंड करो, और जहाँ पे हम लोग आज खेल रहे हैं वहाँ पे मुझे चाहिए कि ऑडियंस में से कोई एक स्टार निकल के आए और वो हमारी जगह पे खेले आने वाले टाइम में।
करेक्ट, सुपर्ब। और अपने जो कंपेटिटर्स है जिसके अगेंस्ट तुम खेलने वाले हो, उनके लिए तुम्हें क्या बोलना है जाने से पहले?
भाई यार उनको पता है, मुझे बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, उनको पता है क्या होने वाला उनका।
घातक, तुम्हारा नाम भी एकदम परफेक्ट है, तुम काफी घातक होने वाले हो तुम्हारे कंपेटिटर्स पे। रियली एक्साइटेड टू सी यू एट द BGMI लॉन्च पार्टी। बेस्ट ऑफ लक।
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी। थैंक यू सो मच।
टेक केयर।
Take care.
I like how even now, I mean, the level of confidence that's there in the players is still there. And Ghatak sort of giving a lot of advice to the players. As I was mentioning, you guys want to participate, start making your teams, and Ghatak has already given a lot of advice on what's important: team synergy, coordination, and the power of friendship.
Yeah, I agree as well. I kind of had a little bit of run-in with Gatak like 2 years ago when he was down here in Malaysia. And that was really interesting, because he was super confident. He was super, I would say, very, very mentor-like in a sense where he's always giving advice. He's very confident saying like, hey, we can do this, that. So it's really nice to see him again as well, as he's kept his trait all the way through from after 2 years of not seeing him here.
It's out of with all due respect, Ghatak is like the grand old man of our esports community, because he is up there in age as far as I'm concerned. Well, he's like my age, but the fact that he is there to look out over everybody and give advice is something that's awesome. But I do believe we have something coming up on our screens right about now, Johnny.
Exactly, it's going to be numbers. We have numbers on our screens. Well, these numbers.
I'm bad with numbers.
Well, I mean, these ones are we are good with, because these are the points that the teams have gotten from the matches that they played, and these are the only calculations we are good at, by the way.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 + 1 is 2 is all I know. So it's easy to add up as far as you keep them in double digits. When it reaches triple digits, that's where I falter.
I agree, man. Like, even though I'm Asian, I'm supposed to be good in math, and
right?
I agree. This is not happening, man. This is so hard to count. But of course, that's pretty much a scoreboard for the bottom half, and hopefully they will be able to pick up a little bit more steam for tomorrow's games, because there is going to be 3 more games to go for tomorrow. But meanwhile, on the top 9 here, let's take a look at the top fragger of the season, I would say of the day thus far. Triple back-to-back chicken dinners, the only team that has done thus far and making histories here in Battlegrounds Mobile India. Team Snacks, 3 winner chicken dinners, 31 finishes, and 76 points in total. Oh, actually more than double the points of Team Croydon, who's currently on second place with 22 finishes and 36 points.
I mean, that's just domination.
That's a massive cushion, isn't it? 40 points is a massive cushion, John.
Do they need to show up tomorrow to win?
I think they're pretty much done.
They still do.
They can call it a day. Yeah, they will definitely show up. But the question is, are they going to show up with that same tenacity as they have today? Because, they did kind of run away with the show. 3 chicken dinners. Oh, my goodness. I mean, we're going to keep going on about this. Like, we're going to be gushing like little girls over here, because it's just amazing. It's just phenomenal. It's something out of the blue. That is what these guys have been doing. But now the big question on everyone's minds here, Johnny, is going to be what's going to happen in the next match, because I think you whipped out your weapon. I've got something in my hand as well, and it is real. You can probably hear that. Looks like he's got something as well. We are all ready for the fan fight. The question is, are you
XP, did you use your pan already?
Oh, did you
Dude,
see that?
X-
Yeah, I
XP,
kind of
I'm
got
gonna question, man. What happened, dude? Look at my pen. It's super strong. It's super tough. It's ready to rumble. Likewise from Johnny. What happened to your pen, bro?
I kind of got in the flow of this whole game, and I was like, "There's a pan fight coming." I'd go and practice a bit. I did send someone to the hospital. A little bit of an indentation over here as I hit him over the head, but everything is good.
Dude.
What's
XP,
up?
you're a doctor. You should
Yeah,
not
you-
be sending people to the
It
hospital.
was in a controlled environment, and he's well taken care of now. Everything is back to good. He's stitched up. He's already on his way home, and I just got excited, man. I thought there's a
I have a
pan fight
question.
coming. Let's do this. What's
I
up?
have a question. Were you the one taking care of the person who just like bashed in first?
Of course, that's how we do it. We send them to the hospital, but then we take good care of them, and we make sure they get back home.
Sometimes I wonder, is
Hey,
he
man,
a mad
I'm just-
doctor or is he a real doctor, Johnny?
I just
he
wanted
is
some
the
work.
experiment.
You know
I was-
what?
I was
Johnny.
experimenting on people. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a mad scientist for sure. But Johnny, I'm glad we're holding our pants high because it feels like we need this to defend ourselves against XP right now.
You never know.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
might
gonna
come for
block
you.
his blows.
Keep your eyes open. But again, all right. Let me ask you a question. Now we're already over here. We've got our pans, and everybody's like probably cringing in the audience right now. A lot of -50s in the chat, probably for some of them. I think I did a good job. But anyway, coming back to the thing, what can we expect from this? Because all that we know is that there is going to be a pan fight.
Yeah.
It is going to be the team captains that are going to be leading the charge, which means it's going to be 18 guys, 18 guys running around with pretty much these in their hands, trying to knock each other around. Is that the premise of a pan fight?
That's it. That's it, right? The 18 guys running around in a zone of the map and just like trying to bash each other's heads in with the pans that they have.
If you think about it, actually think about it, it's probably going to be the easiest 10,000 anybody can make in their lives.
Exactly. And talking about the match, I think it's time for me to leave. You guys have to take it over.
Alrighty.
right.
Icy baby,
All right.
thank you once again, Johnny. Always a pleasure having you here, but I think I've already used mine. And let me tell you one thing, these pans work. Whether it be a bullet or a pan to the head, it does pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, what are
And
we
be sure to cook
expecting
an egg
over
on
here,
it
man?
as well. Put an egg on it and cook it up. It is going to be giving you some yummy one as well because you get the taste of the blood earned on it as well.
Serve it
Your
sunny side
hard-earned
up.
money as well.
Well,
I
there
don't
you
know.
go. Taste of blood on it as well. You want to make sure you get all your proteins and everything in.
Exactly. Mhm.
And you're calling me the mad scientist over here, mate. You're the
I
one
don't
who's
know,
sadistic over here with
I'm just the
blood.
one referencing you. I know. I don't
You
know.
want me to-
I don't know.
All right, but anyway, coming back to the thing, it is going to be a madhouse, in fact. And the best thing is, we are in the dark as well because we've got. We've got a gist of the idea as to what's going to happen. 18 dudes basically in the zone. They dropped in. They're like, all right, here you have it. This is your weapon. They're like, it's just a pan. They're like, yeah, just swing it and hit someone in the head. All right,
Yeah.
we'll try that. And of course, some people are going to go down, but who's going to walk out? If Team Snacks, if Snacks walks out the winner in this as well, I'm just going to quit. I think that's it. I think we can just end the tournament right here.
Yo, if Team Snacks gets the win on this one as well, I will send a big donation into Snacks' next stream. That is for sure. Because
So the
that
thing
is
is-
crazy. Please, please don't
best
make me
thing
lose
is-
some money. But yeah, that's
best
the
thing is-
statement I'm gonna make it.
The best thing is that this is the launch party for Battlegrounds Mobile
yeah.
India, and it's lived up to the hype because it is a mobile game, which everyone is excited about. It is finally a game in India, which everyone is finally happy about. And it was turned into a bloodbath. It was a battleground indeed in all the three maps because, oh my goodness, especially towards the end, it was just chaos. And that is what usually happens on a battleground. And of course, Team Snacks just running away with the show is phenomenal indeed. But I do believe in I'd say about a minute, we are going to have the pan fight underway. Now, I want to ask you a question. Now, the thing is, the best thing about Battlegrounds Mobile India is that you have all these flashy outfits. And I'm pretty sure over the course of time, I see, we are going to kind of recognize, all right, that opponent, once you knock him down, you kind of get the idea. You can place the outfit with the person, right? Do you think Snacks is going to be, targeted upon? Is he going to be pretty much taken out in the blink of an eye right at the beginning? They're going to try and do something, right?
I don't know, man. It's super hard to predict as well, considering that, when it comes to 1v17 situation here, you don't exactly want to put yourself in a very awkward, in a tough spot and potentially get sniped out as well. But there's one interface I want to talk about as well here. Do you hold on to this pan, or do you go for the toss here? Because now, we're going to be jumping straight into the pan fight here. We are heading in towards Erangel from the get-go. It seems to me every single player is going to be forced to play for the pan fight, and this is it. And it is going to be happening in towards the outskirts of Milta Town. So this is their only terrain. It is coming down to this facility. How is it gotta do? How is it gotta do here? Because Stacks is gonna be the first one. He's gonna be popping up some helmets here. He hasn't been able to find a pan yet, but he's got a sickle. That's a good sign, I guess.
Well, the fact that at least sickles are going to be allowed, this is going to be a melee fight at the end of the day. That is something that is going to be a little helpful. Now, I like the fact that, you got to go for those helmets. You got to go for that armor because every little bit is going to help. But right now, we have a little bit of a face-off as Jonathan is going to try and psych the opponent out. He does have his whip out and a little bit of a dance going on over here. Just trying to psych the opponent out, but it is going to be Clash Universe. And,
Jonathan,
that man looks ready. A little applause from Clash Universe. Trying to psych out his opponent.
Be mean. Come on, Jonathan. Be mean. Just toss it over. Toss it over. Get a couple of dings in. Who knows? He might get the lucky headshot. And look at this. He's going for the emos here. He's got a grenade, but unfortunately not going to be able to use it.
Throw it.
Oh my God.
Throw it. Do it. Be a spoil sport. Change the rules. Bend the rules. And Clash Universe is waving at the opponents. This is what you are going to see for the first couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone is going to make sure that they show off their full range of emotes as Jonathan is now going to sit down and we have a little bit of meditation, guys. This is very important because you got to have a clear. There you have it. Namaste. You got to have a clear mind before you go into the action. And Johnny, no, a little bit of a slip over there. Lucky for him, he doesn't lose any HP.
Oh, he messes up the jump here. But at the same time as well, I'm a little curious here. Are they going to be, going for those kind of tosses here, hoping to get those headshots? Or are they going to be keeping up all the way get-go here? It seems like the strategy here is to be islanding and camping on towards the rooftop. Seems like very similar coming from Jonathan as well as Clash Universe. He's going to be camping out the only entry point up towards the roof. And currently, Jonathan says he's going to bail out of this. There's no point contesting this. And there's not much happening here. Apparently, everyone's just keeping the distance here. They're practicing social distancing in game. And Shreeman right now gonna get chased from Dynamo. He's got a pad, but behind him there's going to be another guy as well. Run, Dynamo, run! You've got nothing. Run, boy, run! Shreeman's got it, and he's gonna get slapped in the sickle with Sangwon starting this off, and that's gonna be the first blood drawn, but it's not gonna be enough to take him out yet.
Those just for laugh gags, those clips that you see on the internet. I wish we could actually put some of that funny music in right now with all the boing, boing, doing, doing, and all that right now. The way they're running around with weapons in their hands, just, trying to slash one another. But Dynamo, man, this guy has got to keep running. He's going to make sure that the stamina is going to be up there because he's got someone behind him. And
he's got no melee.
Kind of reminds me of that song as well. Run. Dang, 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 dang. That's what they're going to do. He's going to keep running right now.
I know, right? But seems to be there is going to be another fight as well. It's going to be between Gatak, Mortal, as well as Classified YT, who's going to be camping around as well. Gatak is going to be holding on towards the rooftop. So Mortal is going to be looking to go in for the challenge here, but is this the right play? But seems like he understands his situation. He's going to back up, but on the kill, Tree-Man actually going to be the first one to fall, and that's going to be Sangwon taking the first blood.
He does get first blood, but now he's got to be careful because he's low on HP as Mortal is going to go up against Classified. Looks like Classified YT with a knock off his pan is going to put Mortal down on the ground. And with that, the crowd favorite is going to be snuffed out. And now he goes over and basically is just going to take a quick picture with Soul Mortal's crate over there. That is something that I would definitely do. You got to make sure you save these moments in your life. But it looks like Mortal is out of the picture and now Classified YT has his work cut out up against Gothic. But right now you have a look at the distance. A lot of people are going to be chilling. They know what they have to do, right? But again, it's going to all come down towards the final circle as God Nixon is going to get the better of K18.
Yep, and the fight will continue here. As you can see, classified YT, he's been extremely smart. He's been ninjaing his way through, hoping to get anyone just out of position and goes in for the punish, which that's what exactly he did on towards the guys from Mortal. But the rest of the teams here is, rest of the players here, they're just taking a chill pill as they're looking for potential finishes. But at the same time, when it comes to this mode here, only the champion will be walking away with the 10 grand. And in this case, I feel like not risking a position going for those kind of challenges is going to be the smart play. But at the same time, someone's got to die eventually. And in this case, God Nixon is going to go for the Hunter here. But Sangwan, that's going to be second kill thus far, second finish in the entirety of the game. And that's not an easy thing to do here. But looks like now Classified, he's going to get caught out. Baduk gets an early punch in as well. He throws it. He misses up. He's going to pick it up as well. Looking for the second attempt. And he misses it again. And Classified going to be making a run for it as well. But he's got him. He's going to miss it again. And Classified, he's got eyes behind his backs. He's going to be able to scout it off. His side stats his way through. How is this guy so quick? He's going to get another toss again. And another attempt will be filled again.
I guess Bandukbaz over here would rather prefer sticking to the guns right now, living up to his name as Gunner, because it looks like the plan isn't really working out for him. Now, he is chasing Classified as he does get on the other side of the house, but let's just quickly go back to Songwon's second kill. Now, he did manage to get Hydra Dynamo, and mind you, Dynamo was the first person to run around with people on his back, and finally he was caught up with. But Bandukbaz again throws the pan, but now he's got nothing in his hands as Classified Whitey does a little bit of a spin-off and puts the attack on instead. But now he does have a little bit of a boost space, which means he can actually go and patch himself up, because you got to make sure your health is full, because, even 1 HP can make all the difference here.
Yep, in this case, another long-range toss as well. Does it connect? Baduk, he's going to be debating about this. Looks like he doesn't want to risk this, but the circle is going to be closing in by the minute here. Because as of now, another fight is going to be happening as well. It's going to be Guru, going to be challenging against Ronan, I believe. As they do trade off a little bit, but they are going to back off a little bit more, because a lot of teams, a lot of players are still kind of spread out throughout the entirety of the fight. Baduk still... this Tom and Jerry fight has been going on and on. Baduk there is going to pick up his pen. He steals the pen away. Oh no! Classified, do you have anything? Well, yep, he does here. It's going to be a challenge here. And who's going to be the one coming out top here? Goes through the swing here. Baduk going to be respecting the distance, but Classified running around here, hoping for another swing again, hoping to go for the punish. Not going to happen, but Baduk, is he going to be able to win this here? Because as of now, Classified, he does not have the boost available yet. But on the contrary as well, Sangwan, 2 finishes thus far.
A little PSA for all of you watching. The boost not only helps you with your HP, but in fact, if you have your bar up right to the 100% mark, you get a little bit of a speed burst as well. So that is something that is definitely something these boys can capitalize on. But looks like Bandukbaz is now going to be on the defensive as it's Classified YT, who is going to do the chasing around, but a quick switcheroo with a pan, trying to be sneaky. Had that hit, that would have been devastating. But right now, it's going to be Classified YT. He does take a massive hit, and Classified YT is going to be in trouble, which means Bandukbaz might actually chuck a pan in his direction. But forget that. It's going to be the backhand that puts Classified YT in the ground. And with that, Bandukbaz has a finish to his name.
Yep, and the game will continue. 13 players still left alive. For Guru still trying to go in for the trade with Sangwan. Sangwan's got 3 finishes thus far. He's looking for 4, but he's a little bit low right now. And Guru going to be holding the angle, hoping he goes for the repick. Unfortunately, not going to happen. But Snacks! Snacks! And he did take it down. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for saving my donation here.
I totally forgot about that. Good job. You saved some money, but right now it looks like Snacks is going to be snuffed out, which means it ain't going to be a quadruple overhead. They're going to be happy with 3 wins, I beg your pardon, in a row. As again, everyone is still a free-for-all situation, and everyone is a little bit far away from one another. Songwon, again, the man with the highest finishes right now, right dead smack center. But again, it's all good because no one's going to be shooting any bullets at him. Now, Ronak is just keeping an eye out. The fact that he has that level 3 helmet is going to be something that comes in handy later on, as does Cronton as well. Again, you got to make sure that you have your utilities as far as your first aids go. And again, have a look at that. Energy drinks. You got to make sure your boost levels are maintained as high as possible, because that little extra speed burst is something that just might get you some victory.
Yeah, and as of now here, it seems like the speed boost is going to be the strategy here. You talked about the 100% mark, right? You will get the additional speed boost coming in from the third bar onwards. So, stocking up those boosts here, saving for the late game will give you the upper hand, especially when it comes to tanking potentially the zone or potentially outrun another player here. And it seems like they are just laying low for now, but as of now, we do see a couple of players already getting extremely aggressive. One of those players are actually Battlegrounds as well as Snacks early on, but Snacks was kind of taken out. So that's just unfortunate for him.
Gothic over here, just trying to make sure that he's out of sight and out of mind, as Jonathan is going to be on that rock above him. And again, a little bit of a lull in the action because it is going to be a melee fight and you can't really expect a lot happening over here. But looks like Jonathan was getting ready to throw his sword, his katana, in fact, on Gothic's position. But Gothic is just trying to dodge a bob and weave as he's trying to avoid any sharp objects flying in his direction. But right now, looks like everyone is going to be running out of the fields. It does look like the safer place to be because you never know what can happen around any corner, as God Nixon does not have any pans because he did kind of chuck them at the opponents. Right now, he is going to have to use his fist. The question is it going to be Braun that is going to win the thing? Oh, that weapon thrown out, and now he's going to go pick it up. There's three members over here.
Oh, he didn't get it.
And in fact, God Nixon uses that confusion to slip out of harm's way.
Wait a minute. Sangwan is still alive here. He's looking for more finishes here. Apparently, Sangwan he actually stole the pad right under his nose here. And because of this, he's going to be having the upper hand in the weaponries. And this time, he's going to go to give chase Battlegrounds. He's down to his low. He's looking for the lob. Does he connect? He's aiming pre-aim. Oh, it doesn't connect. And he's going to try and pick it up again. Does he get the reset? Yes, he will. But he will get punished for this here. And meanwhile, this is going to be happening here. Guru is slowly sneaking into this fight. They want a third party this fight. But Sangwan says, you know what? I'm running for my life. Run, Forrest, run.
Run, Forrest, run! That is exactly what he's going to do right now because he's got, two hounds chasing him, trying to put him in the ground. He is our leader right now as far as finishes go, as Guru is trying to line up a little attack as he wants to throw that pan in his direction. But again, the distance is a bit too much. Now, I know everybody's waiting. Oh, this is ideal. Smart man. This is a smart move by Cronton. He's like, you know what? Nothing's really going to happen. Why should I waste all my energy running around willy-nilly? I'm just going to chill out in the bush. Songwon again taking damage, and now Guru has finally caught up with him and has put him out of his misery. And with that, our leader
content. But that's the thing, right? He's got the level 3 helmet. He's sticking out. I'm surprised no one saw him, but he's playing the smart play here. He's just stalking his prey. Hopefully, he will be able to find a unexpected target. Meanwhile, Guru is gonna be, going around chunking away with the katana. He gets 1-2 slice in. Antaryami needs to make a run. Can he go for the toss? It misses it, but he's gonna try and give chase here. He has the upper hand. He's not holding the weapon, but he's gonna go for the jab, and he stabs her in the back. Antaryami gonna be there as well, but Guru, he gets a headshot and almost a headshot as well, and he drops his health so low. He needs to make a run for it. Can he survive? But and the contrary as well, Crownhead finally reveals his position. He gets a toss in, and that's gonna be a big damage coming in. Max Stern gonna die. One more hit is all he needs, and he gets the job done. He's gonna steal up a little bit more, but the blue zone will chip away a little bit more, and that should be it.
Well, I guess Cronton kind of just broke the game over here right now because we have a little bit of a match connection timeout over there. Again, technical issues are part and parcel of any tournament, any game. And the fact that this is the first little snafu in the launch of an amazing game goes to show that it is properly optimized in the fact that, right at the end, of course, in a fun little pan fight, we have this little bit of a trick. It's part and parcel of the game. But up until this point, let me tell you one thing. It was beautiful. And I do believe a little voice in my head kind of told me that it was one of the observers that was timed out. So the match is still underway, I see.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be on its way. I'm looking forward to see how to continue towards this match here because as of now, it seems like there is a lot of mind games coming in here. Jonathan is going to be one of those players that is pretty much a very, very smart player. But unfortunately, in the past 3 games, they didn't see too much coming from him. But coming this games here, he is going to be playing a little bit slow. He's looking to get a couple of finishes here. And I don't know, it seems like it is going to be anyone's game. It's going to be free for all the way through. And I don't know who's going to be expecting here. It's going to be tough to anticipate who's going to be the one that actually takes the cake.
You know what the best thing about this plan fight is? The fact that, after three games of, grueling sadistic fun when they're trying to basically snuff each other's lives out, it's like a fresh little breather for everyone just to sit back, relax, and enjoy a little bit of a pan fight because, this is something that we wanted to see in different Battle Royale games in the past for quite some time now. And the fact that Crafton and Battlegrounds Mobile India actually made it happen, well, kudos to them. I mean, we love this entertainment. But of course, we are going to have to wait just a little bit to see who is going to walk away with that 10,000 rupees. Of course, only one man or woman is going to walk away with that prize. But again, we're going to have to wait and find out. But till then, let me just say one thing. It's been an amazing day as far as the launch party goes. Basically, seamless games all throughout. Hats off to production for making this possible. And Icy, again, an icing on the cake over here. Team Snacks, man. These guys, forget statements. These guys pretty much just showed us how it's done.
Yeah, definitely. And I would say when it comes to the tactical gameplay, Team Stack is pretty much on the upper hair. But yeah, as of now, I'm looking forward to see what John thinks about it as well, because John is going to be joining in with us. And John, what do you think about that? The Team Stack's performance thus far?
You better say something proper because I've got my pan ready here, John. Don't mess up.
I made a boo-boo. I muted myself by mistake, but I'm back. And as I was saying, what I was saying, in fact, was the fact that the performance from Team Snacks has been incredible throughout the day. And I think the only person who's going to be happy with them not being able to win the pan fight is going to be Icy, since now, as we did say, donation money has been saved.
Yeah, Icy, you're cold. I mean, I was kind of expecting that, from the name, but you are cold, my dear friend.
Dude, that's the thing, right? Like, if they want to make history, they got to win every single match, man. That's why they've got triple. And I would say it is still possible for them because there's going to be 3 more games coming up tomorrow. So if they do get the last 3 chicken dinners for tomorrow's games, I don't know, man. It seems like they are esports ready.
But what about the donation, though?
Yeah, we're not going to let you off the hook for the donation. Do not forget about that. We're going to bring that up.
You know what? If they get 6 chicken dinners, I will donate. I will donate.
Wait a second, buddy. That is going to be a little different because that is not done. You were going to donate something. We want to make sure you do something or the other. But again, also, coming back. Yes, sir, Johnny.
I have a message for you guys. I mean, we did have a sort of a technical issue right there in the middle of the pan fight. So guess what's going to happen?
We're going to do it all over again.
Redo.
There you go. Alrighty, get your
the match
again. Team Snacks might just do it again because you are still on the line.
No!
All right, do one thing. Somebody quickly call up Snacks and be like, "Yo, you better win this. Be safe. Don't pick any fights because we need somebody to donate something to you on your stream."
No!
In fact, you know what? I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now.
Dude, Crafton, I don't know what's going on. But I thought I was safe. But it seems like, something is happening, man. Snacks, I don't know, man. It seems like he's gonna get a second chance at this donation. And I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah. Dude. Did you guys, the reason why he timed out it's because of Johnny and XP, Andrew. I'm pretty sure it's you guys.
Pretty much. That's it.
No,
the moment Snacks went out, we were like, this ain't happening. This ain't happening. We need some moolah coming in from Icy Baby.
Yeah.
Because, it's just going to have a bit more value to it because it's your money. If I do the same amount, it's not going to make any difference because it's like, who cares? But since it's Icy Baby's donation, oh boy, it's going to carry a lot more weight.
Okay,
so
you know what? I'll straight up say, I'll straight up say, if Snacks takes this cake, I'll give $100 US. I'll do it.
Forget that. You already